Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. You can see I did manage to pick up the little Corvette, handmade, from one of the vendors at the flea market. Thought I would go ahead and park it here, save it in the car. I think I'm going to take my little selfie stick mount. That way I can walk around with it. I can walk around like this and film versus holding the camera in my hand. But yeah, the flea market is thriving on Wednesday. Definitely was coming to... I also found out that they allow vendors to park here and set up for free on Saturdays and Sunday from the gentleman who sold me the wooden car. But the vendors here tend to be really friendly. It's reminded me a lot of my youth. My dad used to take us, the family, to flea markets, and people would be really ultra friendly. And that's what I'm seeing here is, really, really ultra friendly. So I'm debating about that the generator. It's a 5,000 watt generator, but the sound was so loud. That may be an issue. But $100 is a very good price for that. I was looking at getting I think it's like a 1600, or I don't know if it's a 1600 watt Harbor Freight unit, the small little one, because it would be small and I could carry it inside the vehicle and stuff and just use it to run like a small window air conditioner. This other one's big enough that it could possibly run the whole RV system. But if you had to run it all the time, it's like super mega loud. Yeah, when he started up and got it running, it was very, very loud. So that may be an issue, but $100, I don't think you can beat that on that. Have to do some more looking around, but I am really thinking about it. Let me know what you guys think about it. If it's still here next weekend and you guys think it would be a good deal, I might get it. But my concern was how loud it was. If I have to run that and it ends up being loud like that, that could be an issue. Because basically wherever you park and you run it, it's going to make all that noise. But you can see people sell all sorts of stuff here. They have, they're still setting up. Some people are just setting up. Looks like people are setting up their booths. It's $10 a booth. I think $10, I guess they call it a table. But $10 to come here and set up on Wednesdays. So if you got like a lot of goodies and stuff to sell, this is definitely worth doing if you're here in this area in Brevard County, or even nearby and willing to take the trip up here on Wednesdays. But this is kind of how this area was during its heyday when I was a child, and my dad would bring us here. This is a $1 table, so everything here on these tables is, I don't know about the other tables, but this one, probably just this table, it's $1.
Yeah, $2 on the pick.
It's a pump. So if you guys like garage shopping, this is like super mega garage. It's a reproduction of a famous painting. I've seen that since I was a kid. I don't remember what that is, but the name of that painting. But you could build a little tiny go-kart or something. He's got all his tables labeled at different values, and these are like 25-cent tables. So pick up some good bargains here if you're into vinyl. He's got a collection of supersize CDs. Yeah, and Geo Metro, all these repair books. So those of you who are mechanically inclined, This is amazing. I'm really, really, really impressed. Hi. Did you make these?
No.
No? My daughter would love these. You only here on Wednesdays, though?
We're just here very often. Not as much, really.
Are you ever here like on the weekends?
No.
No?
No, we're not from here.
Ah,
When we travel up north, we come down,
I see.
park here for a minute, and then
Continue on.
down.
Wow.
Yeah.
All sorts of goodies here.
Yes. Well, we have a little shop in
Ah,
Stuart, Florida,
ah.
and we do shows.
You travel across the whole country?
We used to. We're too old for that now. We're not the young people. But we pick and choose our shows.
Uh-huh.
We feel like it if we have time for it.
And depending on where it is, whether or not you want to go there and hang out.
We just went to the golf
Uh-huh.
to a show, so
That's awesome.
we stopped here because it was a straight shot. I'm like, let's do this one, and then we go home.
Awesome. Well, it's good to meet you. Thank you. So, all sorts of goodies. Jewelry. So some people actually have shops. So they're traveling. I don't know if you heard the vendor there, the lady and her husband. I guess they have their own little jewelry shop and stuff in Stewart. Was it Stewart? And they travel around, I guess, the country doing shows. But they get to pick and choose which ones they feel like going to. And, the price is right for setting up a booth here today on Wednesdays is only $10. $10. Now, that's hoping you can sell $10 worth of stuff at least. So, it's really nice. All sorts of DVDs here.
Those are by 50 cents a piece.
I think they're star fruits, right?
50 cents. She sells them for.
Little jewelry things, bicycles. It's still not as busy as it would have been in the heyday. In the heyday, the whole parking lot used to be filled with people. And they had the back of the flea market back there, which we might go look at here in a minute once I finish going through all the aisles. But the back had tables like this. People would park back there and see the building itself. These buildings here, they had different rows and buildings. They were almost like a little mini mall. And people had their little shops in them. And then in the back, they had an open courtyard area which people could bring their cars and park and set up their little tables. So they no longer go back there. They're set up over here now. And on Wednesday, they charge $10 a table. At least that's what I think it is. I'll see if I can't find the information for the lady there if you're interested in it, to contact the owner. It's like got a Dell keyboard here. It's got a missing keycap.
Oh, okay. The more eyes, the better.
All sorts of cups, fishing gear. Tarps and tools. Drill bits. Looks like watches. A million watches.
You cannot tell me like it is. Listen to me, baby.
All right. I kind of wish my children could be here right now, but I think they're back at school. This is a weekday, so obviously don't have them. But almost has the feel of what it used to be like. But what it used to be like, there used to be pony rides back there, and they had musics and contests. It was almost like a carnival, almost. And it was really fun, you know. It was like something a parent could take their kids on, and you could spend a couple hours. Here you can get like Disney stuff, which actually my daughter might go crazy over. But these are little tiny Disney hats. Disney ears. Got also the little Disney Disney ears. How much are these Disney hats?
Take $2 or 3 of them for 5.
And are you here every Wednesday?
Yes, I am.
Are you here on weekends or no?
No. I'll leave I got some up here on the table for $3. Or 2 for 5. They're a little better than the ones in the box.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm trying to figure out, like, I'd have to talk to my daughter to see which ones she would want, if any. You know, you get the wrong ear. Just like, do you have any Beauty and the Beast?
She had some on. I ain't got no ear Beauty and the Beast. She had some. What that toy you had Beauty and the Beast made ready?
I don't put it in the box over.
That's all right.
You done packed them up.
But you guys are pretty much here on Wednesdays, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'll be sure to check
If it
out.
ain't raining now, I'm here. If it rain, I'm home.
Well, this is awesome. Thank you so much. So, nice little Disney ear hats, DVDs. Just basically and medals. These are medals. And pins, lapel pins. Bunch of space pins. Commemorative military stuff. As well as pocket knives. Also to collectibles. So I've been in collecting patches, pins, coins. Check out Frontenac. Especially Wednesdays. Now I know what they were all talking about. Weekends you can come by, only that section's going to be busy. This section out here is normally empty. But on the weekends, the shops in the center there are open, but there's only like 4 or 5, well, maybe 10 total that are still somehow managing to stay open. But on the Wednesdays, it is open for vendors who want to come set up their table. Let's see if I can't dig up the contact information for the lady that owns this place. So if you're wanting to set up or something. I think what I heard was that she comes here on Wednesday morning. She's here like on Wednesday morning, and she collects money in the morning. I think people are packing up. I don't know if they're packing up to call it a day. Yeah, it looks like people are packing up to go home. So, all sorts of goodies. I am really still thinking about the generator. $100 is within the budget, but it's a used one. It works, but how good and how much longer, unknown. And it is 5,000 BTUs, which is huge. I mean, not 5,000 BTUs, 5,000 watt, I think. Which should be enough to run the air conditioner. So, the only big problem I had with it was how loud. I could not believe how loud that thing was. It was so amazingly loud. The little one I've heard before, it is loud. The little one from Harbor Freight. It's loud, but not anywhere near as loud as that big one was. But the little one is like, I think it's only like 1,800 watts. I don't know if it's 18 or 1,600 watts. Got all sorts of tires here if you need tires. It looks like people are packing up for the day. So probably the time to come if you're wanting to come here on Wednesdays is in the morning. I suspect most people set up really early in the morning, and then, it is afternoon now and people are closing up. So people are starting to put away, I guess because by the afternoon or evening, nobody's here anymore. And I have a TV and a freezer, an upright freezer. So this is Frontenac. Guy was saying that back there is like a little railroad. This used to be a rail station where people would hop on the train from here and also transport their car to different cities in Florida, along the coast. So that supposedly is back there behind the flea market. And you can see like that building has some kind of loading stuff. I don't know if it's related to that or not, but it's very interesting to hear the stories.
$10 for the whole box. all camera stuff in there. $10.
The one thing I would like, if I can ever find it back here, which there is a possibility of finding it, I'm starting to get back into like retro computers. I would like to try to get a real VIC-20. I can run them on emulator and stuff, but getting a real VIC-20, Commodore VIC-20, because that was my first computer. That would be something cool. You can see here where they took apart the roofing from this side because the building got hit by the hurricane as well as several fires. So this is on the inside, which you've seen before, so I'm not going to film too much of it. But I hope you enjoyed this tour of Frontenac Flea Market on Wednesday. It's a lot more lively than it is on the weekends. So, which is kind of surprising. You normally would think that it would be more lively on the weekends. I hear music, so I'm gonna have to cut off because it's gonna trigger a copyright.